Hi folks, welcome back. Seven Rivers Racing, KQEG TV. As you can see, we kind of took the show out of the studio today and we're taping it here at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway with our special guest, Quick Trip NASCAR late model driver Cole Howland. Drives the number one, currently sitting sixth in points. How are you, buddy?
Good, how about you?
You've been chomping at the bit, waiting to get some of the youngsters here at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway on the show. Special night here tonight, so if you weren't here when you watched the show, let's see, you missed a hot dog eating contest with the Thunderstocks and the Hornets. You missed a lot of good racing, and you missed Kenny Schrader. Everybody wanted to see Kenny Schrader tonight.
Oh, he's so fun to talk to.
A lot of history, the 1985 NASCAR Rookie of the Year. You know, Cole, I had you on the radio show on AM 580 WKTY last week, and I asked you towards the end of the program what your hopes and aspirations are when it comes to auto racing. Kenny Schrader was the 85 Rookie of the Year for NASCAR. When is it your turn?
For NASCAR, I'm not sure. I won the 09 Rookie of the Year here at the Speedway. But I'm 19 years old now. Hopefully it'd be cool to be in NASCAR, next year, but, we'll see, I guess.
Takes a little bit of this.
Oh,
agree with me, Al?
Oh, very much so. I'm very impressed with this young man. I actually met you for the first time maybe 3 or 4 years ago. You were running the United States
Super Truck Series.
Truck Series.
Yep.
You were running at the Milwaukee Mile, and you were leading a lot of laps there. How do you compare the Milwaukee Mile to the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway?
Milwaukee Mile, that's obviously a mile long. This is a 5/8 mile. But both tracks, they're real tough to drive. But they're both equally as fun. I love both of the tracks.
Mm-hmm. And again, I think that was the first time I met Cole was when he had come out of here just out of the truck series.
Mm-hmm.
I've done a lot of truck announcing in the past at some racetracks I've worked at, but I never had the fortunate time of announcing Cole. How much of an adjustment was it when you went from the go-kart track into a truck? So obviously you're going from a smaller machine into a much larger machine. And then you come into a late model here at La Crosse. You skip the Thunderstops, you skip the Hornets, you skip the Sportsman. What kind of adjustment did it take to go from the truck series to the La Crosse late models?
I guess not necessarily a big adjustment. They're both stock cars. Both have a lot of horsepower. Working the brake, working the gas throughout the corner. So I guess it wasn't, a big adjustment, but here at the Speedway, there's a lot better competition. So I guess that was, the hardest thing.
Now, maneuvering-wise, was it different going from a truck to a late model?
No, not really. Not as
really?
Much as people might think. Nope.
I would have thought because your back end doesn't carry as much weight as, say, a La Crosse late model does, and Al can attest for that with his son racing, and you have an open box back there, so you would figure that would be a lot more lighter. Do you deal with the weight distributions in the back end of a truck like you would a La Crosse late model to compensate?
We did not. Whether that's right or wrong, I'm not sure, but we didn't take any of that into account.
Here at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway, taping the show today. Also coming up, we're going to bring a car in here in just a couple of moments. The oldest car had one. Tim Hansen has the 71 North Country Contractor Sportsman. That's an old 67 Chevelle, but our guest coming up next segment is going to bring an older one in. And Cole Howland joining us here on the program. Cole, if you look at the past 8 to 9 weeks, it's top 10, top 10, top 10, runner-up, runner-up. Did you imagine this portion of the season that you were going to have Lady Luck riding with you as much as she has?
I guess I didn't, necessarily plan on it, but I'm not complaining at all, The last time I finished outside of the top 10, I lost the 10th position right on the last lap coming out of corner 2. But, we've been running real well here these past, 9 weeks or so, and hope to definitely keep it continuing.
Now, you mentioned that you made some big adjustment during practice here on a Thursday night test session.
Yep.
All of us other late models would like to know what that adjustment was.
Staying out of that turn 3 wall over there. That was the first one.
Yep. No, just been working hard, all week in the shop. Just coming out and practice, trying new things, because, obviously it doesn't hurt to try.
Sure.
So, one thing we did try, it ended up working out. We just stuck by that.
Politically correct answer there.
And it's kind of the same answer as I talked with Todd Korish, especially last year when I nicknamed him Mr. Consistent. He found a setup they liked, and they stopped changing things. And Todd had said that was one of the things they were having a problem with, is doing this or doing that and doing this, but the combinations never worked. And it sounds like you follow the same path as Todd Korish did.
Yeah. Once we get our car handling, where we're happy with it, we roll it across the scales every week and don't do a single turn on the screw jack, because there's really no need to do it. We're happy with how the car's handling. It's fast, been running real consistent, and so we're just sticking by that, trying to keep it as simple as possible.
As we talked on the radio show last week, something you brought up that was very interesting is not only, I had asked you what the field of drivers was like to race against this year, and the point we were talking about was the young late model drivers that are out here, yourself and Michael Sauter and Harley Jankowski and Nick Clements and
Henderson.
Matt Henderson, and the combination of drivers. And as we watch the youth of the Speedway start growing up here, they're starting to pick up feature wins. Troy Rave, as a matter of fact, Rookie of the Year last year.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's awesome to see, new faces win. The young guys, including me, just, working hard, just getting wins. I love seeing every bit of it.
And he's an example of all the other young drivers too. He's well-spoken out here, and that's something you don't see in a lot of the good young drivers, but it seems like all of them out here are well-spoken. And one other thing too is, like everybody else out here, his father is helping him out a lot.
Yep.
Talk about
as a crew member.
Yes, definitely. My dad and then one of my friends, Evan Erickson. We work hard all week to get in the car together. And
before we let you go, Cole, we're going to bring in a sportsman driver here in a couple of moments. I know you've got some fantastic sponsors that have stayed with you for the 2 or 3 years you've been on here at La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway.
Definitely. The Fieldhouse Sports Bar and Grill, they came on board with us this year. They're our primary sponsor. They got an awesome sports bar down on Smith Valley Road. We got AJ's Hot Tubs. He's been with us ever since I was go-kart racing, since I was 8 years old. We got Tuna's Bar. That's in Genoa, Wisconsin. That's another great bar. We got Olympic Builders, another new sponsor this year. Smith Auto Body, Pomps Tire Service, Lawn Keepers, and all of our Tire Club members.
Of course, Lawn Keepers Party Deck right up there in Turn 1, the bar without a roof, and I'm sure if you hit the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway, you've had a chance to stop by. Cole, it's fantastic to have you on. You're going to start hot lapping here in a couple of moments. By the time the show airs, we're going to already know how you did, but hopefully we can get you back into the victory lane tonight and do a ceremonial picture taking with you.
Yeah, I'd be real happy
Good
to
luck.
be
All right,
back
folks,
here.
Cole Howland drives the #1 Quick Trip NASCAR late model. He'll be here tonight and the rest of the season. He's on the outside looking in. He's chasing down Matt Henderson for that top 5 spot. Can he do it? You're going to have to look at lacrossespeedway.com or watch the show for results. Coming up next, we're going to bring in a 57 Chevy. No, Al, you can't take it around the track. Jerry Ellsworth's going to join us, North Country Contractor Sportsman. The KQEG TV 7 Rivers Racing Show continues.